Hi everybody, it's Diane and I am going to be making a project from my Stampington inspired series. This is from Somerset Life, which is a Stampington and Company magazine, and I don't know what year it's from. Somerset Life is no longer published. Spring 2011 it says. So this is a article about burlap, the versatility of burlap. And they made pillows out of burlap, and I can use many of these ideas. That's just stamping on burlap, which I like. This is lace and a pretty delicate fabric with burlap. I am obviously not going to make a pillow. I like this also. I don't think I'll use this idea for the Cowboy journals, but maybe in another journal. But this is what I selected to make today. And it is a printed fabric with a piece of burlap and has pom-pom trim. I don't want to use pom-pom trim because it's a pocket in my journal, so I don't want to add that bulk, but I'm using lace. So I took the pillow idea and made pockets. So I want to make one for each signature in each journal. This is the widest book. This is a fourth book that I found, and I showed it in yesterday's video, or whatever day I published this. It was the previous video. I showed this because I already had 3 books covers that I wanted to use, but then I found this one, so I might end up making 4. So this is the widest one, so I'm making the pockets that would fit here, and then I can trim off to fit other journals. So this is a piece of P-Tack fabric that Jennifer from Fabric Thread Needle sent to me. She sent me several pieces of P-Tack fabric that she thought would be good in a Western journal, so I've been saving them with my Western things. And then I added the piece of a tan burlap, and then a piece of lace. I just zigzag stitched it, and then I zigzagged across the top to keep it from fraying more. I left this kind of long because I like that. And then when I sew it to the pocket, I'll have to trim this to fit, so I did not need to sew around the edge or even the bottom because it will be sewn into the page and that will finish off the edge. So there's one. And then I have vintage burlap in various colors, so this is a great opportunity to use them. So here is a paisley printed fabric that I have, and I use the blue, and this is a kind of a tan sheer ribbon. You can see the blue burlap through the sheerness of the ribbon, and it has the brown zigzag stitching on top of it. This is another piece of the P-Tack fabric, and it has pink in it. I liked that pattern. I thought it was a Western looking pattern. And I have pink burlap, so it gave me a great opportunity to use my pink burlap and a piece of vintage lace. So the P-Tack fabric is vintage, the burlap is vintage, and the lace is vintage. I do want to have quite a few feminine touches in these journals. I don't want to make it all frilly and fussy, but I do want to add some feminine touches. And so this is what I'm working on now. This is a piece of a red handkerchief kind of material, the print. I love that with the rose on it. And red burlap. I don't have a lot of red burlap, but I have enough to make a few pockets. And a piece of lace. So let's just make a few of these pockets. They're very quick and easy. So I just lay the burlap on top and overlap it a good bit so that they can be sewn together. And I just put a little pin there. Whoops, got to put the lace on first. It doesn't matter which way you have the lace facing, but I like it this way, facing onto the solid color burlap. I think it makes the lace stand out. And now I have it set to zigzag. I just have it the standard width because it's fabric, not paper. I usually lengthen the stitch because I don't want to perforate the paper, but there's no paper here, so I can use a nice standard stitch and get it, give a good finish on that burlap, because burlap frays a lot, as you probably know. I don't need to backstitch because I will be stitching over both ends at some point. And I won't be stitching the top, of course, to sew it into the book, so I'm going to finish off the top edge right now. I had to look through boxes to find my laces, and I found it. So maybe tomorrow after church, today's Saturday, when I'm making this video, so maybe tomorrow after church I can spend some time putting the fabric or the laces in my drawers that are right next to me, just like they were in my other house. I love having those drawers right handy so I can look in them when I'm at the sewing machine. So there's a wall right here, but on the next wall right there, right behind me is, or right kind of behind me and next to me is a drawer full, a tower of drawers full of laces. So there's that. I love that pocket, and it's quite long, so I'm going to have to cut it off even if it goes in the widest book. Alright, so I have other pieces ready. They're the same pieces that I already used, but they are all ready, and they're going to be going in different journals. So I'm just going to go ahead and use these. I want to cut them to about the same length, even though the books vary. I'll just have them all the same, and that way whatever I pick to go in the book will work. I'll just have to trim it down. Where's my original one? This was the one I made first. There's the width of it. I have this tan colored lace, which I thought would be pretty. I'm using the same fabric as before, but I can use different lace. Oh yeah, that looks good. I like that. I don't have my box of pins, but I had some pins stuck in the lace to hold them on their spools, so at least I have a pin I can use. Today's Saturday, and I did do some organizing. I organized my pantry a bit better. And then I coffee dyed paper for these journals, and now I'm doing this, so it's not all work today. My pantry, it holds all of my food. I don't have a lot of cupboards, and by the time I put in my dishes and glasses and pots and pans and serving bowls and mixing bowls and all of that, I didn't have any room for food. So all of the food has to go in the pantry, and they are wire shelves in the pantry. Thank goodness it's a big closet. This seems big. I guess it's no bigger than that. So there's another one done. Oh, I need to do the top. So I had to buy some organizer things to help me, because it's hard to put things on wire shelves. They want to go through or they tip. And there's a lot of space in between each shelf, so I could potentially waste a lot of space if I just put something on the shelves. So I bought a thing that I can put cans on, so I have cans of vegetables on it or fruit, and I can take one off and the next one comes down. So it has, I put that in, and I'm, you know, I'm not going crazy buying stuff to organize. I'm waiting to see what I actually need. So 1, 2, 3, 4. But anyway, I spent quite an amount of time organizing that pantry, and it looks good right now, but there is still more work to be done, because I have to put my Tupperware in there too, my plastic food containers. I don't have any other place for them. I am going to buy an island, a rolling cart island, that I can put baking supplies in, so that will help, but I don't have it. I didn't order it yet. I picked one out, but I want to wait till I, you know, am a little more settled before I get another new box to open and have to have somebody assemble it for me, because I probably can't do it myself. You know, so I just want to get a little more organized and get stuff put away before I get more stuff. Even though the more stuff is going to help me organize, you know what I mean? In organizing in here, so I could actually get some work done, I made a bigger mess in the living room because there were boxes in here that didn't belong, but I don't have a place for them. I need bookshelves. Well, just one, that's all I have room for. So I just have more, you know, books piled up in the living room. It's a work in progress, that's for sure. But progress is the key word. I make a little progress every day. And I am accumulating more things to donate. I knew I would. That didn't work. I'm pulling it right through. Well, I'll use another end that's not coming apart. This is vintage, and I love it. And I want to see, it's got tatting on it. I just want to see if it would work well on this or if it's too wide. I think I like it. So I'll have to stitch on both ends, both sides of this. Forgot I hadn't sewn on this one yet. Pulled it right out. And I want to sew down the middle so I can catch the edge of the burlap, because that's in the middle and it'll keep on raveling. And I'll just stitch across the top. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. I have enough for 2 journals. Let's just do another one. You probably don't want to watch me making all of them. I'm sure you don't. I'll make this one, and then maybe I'll try one with a different fabric too. I think I should make more with the tan. Well, I used this one on the other pink one, but I really like this one, so we're going to go with it again. I have quite a bit of it, but I use it a lot. It's vintage, as I said. There. All right, let's see what other fabrics I have. Look at all the colors of burlap I have. I could use this ticking. This is feed sack fabric from Jennifer. All of these are. There's another red one. I like this one, but I don't know if I want to just use this for fabric flips. It doesn't. I have that piece and this piece and this little strip. I think I'll save that one for fabric flips. And this one, I had a great big piece of this I got at a flea market. It's a plissé. Can you see the texture? It's very soft. So I don't want to make a pocket out of it because it's not sturdy enough. It'd be too flimsy. Oh, I found another piece of this. Maybe I will use this. So anyway, that will be good for fabric flips. So both of these, they look good together, but both of these can be used with the tan. don't have a green. Well, I do, but it's not the right shade of green. I guess it would look all right, but I think I like the tan better. I have the light and the dark. I use the dark one with that. This one is vintage. I don't know if the other one is. I don't remember. I think I'll make two with this. You like my precise measuring technique? Okay, now I have two of them, and I just need to pick a lace to put on them. Oh, how about this green? This green would be great. It's a perfect green. I love that. I don't want to cover up that horse, so I'm going to put burlap on this side of this one. And you could add an embellishment to that, but I kind of like them that way. I don't know that I will add an embellishment. So this fabric is thin, and when I used the zigzag stitch, it kind of kept bunching it up. So I did the straight stitch on there and then did zigzag when I got to here to keep the burlap from fraying, in case you wondered why I did that. I'm going to do the same over here because the horse's face is on that end. Love that green trim. All right, so I have 1, 2, 3. I should make another one of those. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have enough for 3 journals. I just need to make 3 more pockets if I'm going to make 4 journals. So that's it. I have some more Somerset images pulled that I might use for embellishments. So, but as you know, if you saw the video showing the beginning of this project, you will see that I have tons and tons and tons of stuff to use for ephemera. So I just want to make things with the embellishment fodder that I have. These I created without, well, I had the fabric in my stash. I'm rambling now, I know. So I did create something with my fabric. I added the burlap and lace. So I have lots of images from books and things that I want to use. So hopefully I'll be able to make some ephemera pieces with the images from books. Anyway, I guess you'll have to come back and see what I come up with. So I will see you again. Bye-bye.